King of
Let's
the Hill.
not bury the lead. Let's
Oh,
go with
rumors?
it.
What?
No.
No.
Exhibiting forgiveness.
Exhibiting forgiveness. Eric, I've been speaking so much. Can you just start off with a little bit of a mini plot, and I'm gonna just dive right in. I'm gonna have some water right now, and you're gonna save me
Okay.
as you usually do every week.
Well, I would say first of all with this movie, I got confused because I thought it was someone in the present and their older self in the future. Turns out I just read that wrong. You follow what is the guy's name? Terrell, I believe. Hold
I
on, let
don't know.
me.
It's not Terrell. It's
Terrell.
Terrell. Yeah,
Yeah,
Terrell. Yeah,
Terrell.
Terrell.
He's an artist. He's a painter. His wife's a musician. His manager or whoever it is wants him to do another show, and his wife's like, "Come on, you just did a show. I get my turn." Like, they kind of. It seems like they kind of take turns. Like you get to do your thing for a while, and then I'll support you, and then I do my thing for a while, and you support me.
And they have to do that because they have a kid and they want to
Yeah,
be good parents. Yeah,
yeah. And then when they cut to LaRon, I thought that was Terrell older, and
that's
so
fair.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I thought this was going. That is
No,
not what this is. LaRon is
LaRon.
Terrell's dad,
Yeah.
and he's kind of basically homeless at this point. He runs across some people. You kind of feel sorry for him, but he runs across a couple of people they knows, and they don't take to him very well. And he come to find out that he was not a great dad, and a lot of that, I mean, some of it they point towards drugs, but I think more than anything, it has to do with him just not being a good person in general. In short, this is a relationship drama between Terrell, his dad, and his mom. And his mom, Terrell loves his mom. She's basically the one that raised him. And then now that LaRon's back in the mix, now she wants to have LaRon and Terrell like bury the hatchet. And Terrell's like, no. And then you start seeing like stuff that happened in the past, and you come to find out real quick that yeah, Terrell has every reason to be angry with his dad and not want to have anything to do with him. But his mom keeps pushing on it. And yeah, in short, this is a good movie. It's a really good movie. As far as a good person, there was that scene where him and was LaRon was talking about his dad, I believe.
Right.
It's like, we had you, but we had you out of wedlock. My dad pulled a gun on me, or blah blah, pulled his gun on her, and did basically saying all this horrible stuff. And then
Generational trauma. Right. Pretty
yeah,
much.
and then he ends the whole anecdote with, "Yeah, he was a great man." And Terrell's like, "What? How is he a
So
great man?" It's like he just made a mistake. Like, I mean, there's so much like conflict and like ideas between all the characters, even between
100%.
Terrell and his mom.
100%.
Um, you know,
Yes.
his mom keeps hiding behind the Bible. Oh, we got to do this forgiveness because of the Bible. Charles like, oh, you want to talk about the Bible? Let's talk about Abraham and Isaac. And mom's like, nope, nope, we're not talking about this.
So let's mention that the mother's played by Aunjanue Ellis-Taylor. The father is
Yes.
played by John Earl Jelks. The wife, Aisha, is played by Andra Day, real life singer and award-winning singer. And André Holland plays Terrell. The movie itself is based
Real quick, you said Andre Day's real life singer, which makes sense because she sings a little bit in this and she's really
100%.
good. Andre Holland, is he a real life painter? Because
Okay,
they weren't cutting away on certain things. Like that was him. It looked like that was him, like kind of doing the pre-paint drawing.
right.
Because like in movies, they'll have the drawing all the way done, and then they'll have the actor just kind of finish the last line.
And
But
for
like
someone
he
like you,
was,
it looks fake, right? Because some like what's going on.
yeah.
You
But
think
with it looked like the actor Andre Holland was actually like there was a part where he's drawing someone before he's painting them, and the drawing looks really good, and it like he was doing like the full on lines and everything. It looked like he was actually doing that.
I don't know the real answer to that. I know half the answer. It's Andre Holland. I don't think is a real painter. I think you probably remember him best from Moonlight. He's a very good actor. The actual director, Titus Kaphar, he's the writer and director. This is his debut film, by the way, Exhibiting Forgiveness.
Yeah.
And the story behind this is Titus Kaphar. It's based on his own life.
Okay.
Titus met his father for the first time after 15 years. And then this movie, Exhibiting Forgiveness, shows how he used his artwork and reconciling with his family to, quote, start exhibiting forgiveness. So this, even though the characters' names are slightly changed, it's based on Kafar's life. I think it's a great directing debut. The artwork you see, Eric, in this movie is Titus Kafar's actual art.
Okay.
That's his actual paintings that he used from his actual life.
So he's a great painter, writer, and director.
Right.
Wonderful.
And Eric, remember we always talk about, me, you, and Bruce, we always talk about how sometimes movies like a documentary.
Yeah.
This literally is narrative fiction as a documentary. Really. They're
Yeah.
almost two sides of the same coin. I mean, they're just commingled. So that's Exhibiting Forgiveness. I was blown away by this movie. I don't know what else to say about Exhibiting Forgiveness. That there are a lot of family dramas that I love and Eric loves and Bruce loves as well. I think Eric, you and I are a little bit kinder when it comes to family dramas than Bruce. I don't know if that's correct. Maybe Bruce will push back on that, but this,
I think usually I don't respond to them
oh, that's right.
unless they're really good like this one. Because I
Yeah.
think the characters are there, but also they're, you get a lot out of them. Their thoughts and ideas and whatnot, and it comes through when they talk to each other. Usually in family dramas like this, you just get a bunch of people staring at things.
And
And
sometimes like that can work sometimes, right?
I mean, we'll talk about you and I. There's a lot of that in there, but that works. And then we'll talk about why that does there. But I don't think a lot of people can pull that off. But with this, there's like strong characters with that are on polar opposites, of these ideas. And you get to watch them kind of push and pull with each other. And it's really, I don't want to say entertaining to watch, although it is, but that's not the right word. But it I guess interesting.
There is, yeah, that's a good word. There is a scene which not we're not going to get too much into where Terrell has, I think Eric alluded to in his review, when Terrell and his mother Joyce, they're sitting on a park bench overlooking, I think, is it a basketball court that they're overlooking?
Yeah.
And they have a really heated conversation. And my gosh, if you're not almost ready to tear up at that or feel something at that conversation, yeah, I don't know what movie you're watching. This is one of my favorite films of the year. I don't know what else to say. Eric, can you do some kind of wrap on this? Because I'm a little bit speechless on my feelings about Exhibiting Forgiveness. I want to say this though, the paintings in the movie are great performances. The paintings really add an extra texture and layer to Exhibiting Forgiveness, which I think lends itself for a great time at the movies visually. So, Eric, your thoughts and final thoughts and
Um,
rating.
yeah, I would say this, first of all, this is not my type of movie at all, but I really, really loved it. That said, that I think this is kind of like a one and done for me. Like I can
Fair.
never see myself going back to it, but that's not like the movie sucks. I'm never gonna watch it again. It's more like if I go back to this movie, I'm gonna have to prepare. I have to be in the right kind of on a middle class film class. Tyler Noe talked about going to watch Leaving Las Vegas again. So maybe Tyler Noe would love watching this. I don't know, but
That's a good comparison. That's a good analogy
he,
on
he wanted to
movies.
watch Leaving Las Vegas as like a comfort movie. But yeah, this is a really good movie. Really great characters, really great points of view, really great artwork, really great everything. Actually, maybe I lied. Maybe we'll watch this again. But I would have to be in the right frame of mind. And it's not like it is a bummer. It's not just completely bleak. And I think I guess the last bit,
Yeah.
maybe last 10, 15 minutes where they start exhibiting forgiveness. What's the guy on the radio that talks about money?
Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to
I
think.
I can't
Luda? No,
remember.
no, I was thinking Luda. What the something
Dave,
Kramer, right?
Dave Ramsey?
Dave, yeah, Dave Ramsey. Yeah,
Yeah,
Dave
Dave
Ramsey. Yeah.
Ramsey. He talks about I heard him talking, he was like talking about like forgiveness. And he says, if a dog bites you, you forgive the dog. But that, like, if you go to pet the dog and the dog bites you, you forgive the dog. But that doesn't mean you go pet the dog again. It's like, I
Right.
forgive you. You're a dog. You bit me. It happened. I forgive you. We're never going to see each other again. Like, they kind of played with that angle. They played with different angles of forgiveness. And
Yes.
yeah, the way it wrapped up, they really set up. I mean, it feels like the whole movie was a setup for that last 15 minutes where Terrell had to make a choice and kind of come to terms with some stuff. And it's a damn good movie.
I'm not a big fan of saying what's awesome about living in Los Angeles, but Eric, I don't know if you saw this in the Cinematics thread. I told you our Cinematics Facebook group member, Matt Stillman, lives around LA. He does a lot of great stuff. I go on his Instagram and I see all of the great things he does around Los Angeles. And I mentioned to Matt, the works of Titus Kaphar from Exhibiting Forgiveness, the works you see in the movie, they're on display at a local gallery in Los Angeles until the first week of November. So you can just, I don't know, maybe for some kind of nominal fee, walk in and actually look at the artwork up close. What do you think of that, man? Is that
That,
pretty cool?
yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, I'm not going to hang it over my bedroom.
Yeah, right. There's
Don't
some
want to get
really
yelled at, but
very cool. So Eric, you want to say what you gave it?
yeah, I'll go 5 stars on this. I'm
Wow.
trying to think of like a better version of this, and I can't. And
Yeah.
I think this movie is so good that Titus Kaphar,
Yeah, Titus Kaphar, yeah.
I look forward to seeing what else he does. And
Ah,
I wonder what his range is because we know he can paint, we know he can make a movie. Like
with the he did that
what
thing with the
was
mask,
he
right?
like
With with
shred
his
guitar or something?
yeah, he
Like
can do so many. Yeah, right. What
pottery?
else?
I don't I'm sure my guess is that he's probably a jack of all trades as far as like artistic endeavors go, and this is just one more that he crushes.
Yeah, and look, here's the thing: Exhibiting Forgiveness. This is a movie that I think will appeal to. You don't have to be this intellectual artiste or just love family dramas. It combines so just as long as you're engaged in life and in the arts. Exhibiting
If
Forgiveness.
if
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
if this is what family dramas are, then I'm all about them. In fact, I think this should be the bar. Like if you're not even going to try to reach exhibiting forgiveness in terms of character interaction, just don't even try.
I was gonna say some stuff, but Eric just said it. Okay, Eric, why don't you put down my rating for Exhibiting Forgiveness?
6.9.
Six.
Oh wait,
How
you don't
dare?
do
How
that.
dare?
Well, we'll
Yeah,
go 5 stars.
5 stars. Eric knows me too well. 5 stars for Eric Holmes. 5 stars for me. Great review, Eric Holmes, for Exhibiting Forgiveness. Please check it out in theaters only on October. Well, it's in theaters starting October 18th, only in theaters. So this is one of those movies that you're gonna hopefully love on the big screen. Tell me, Eric and Bruce, what you think.